We're live at McIntyre Elder Law, 2 locations. I'm in our Charlotte location. Brenton's in our Shelby location. And we're talking about estate planning around elections. The election hot topic that's coming, that's going on right now. It's huge. You got both conventions going on, back to back. You got, just a lot of political rhetoric going on, just a lot of tension. And believe it or not, you wonder why elections cause havoc on Wall Street, cause havoc with your pocketbook.
Uncertainty.
It's uncertainty. It's not knowing. And we're going to talk about how that uncertainty plays into your estate plan and what happens if the landscape changes, if all the rules change. What happens? What can you do? Is it within your control? That's the big topic we're going to tackle today. I think it's a fun topic, and I can't wait to get into it. Brenton, how do we estate plan around elections, and what does that mean?
Well, yeah, let me just say, first of all, I've been beating this drum for a while. Some of the things that we have in place right now for people's retirement, like 401ks, IRAs, things like that. These things are subject to change. A lot of people don't know that, and they're built into our they're codified, right? Built into the law. And laws can change, right? Congress decides to change it, it can change. And that's a big deal, because what happens if you no longer have 401ks? If tax rules behind IRAs change, right? So these things have to be, contemplated whenever you make an estate plan. So what you want to do when you make an estate plan, you're planning around elections, you want to build an estate plan that's going to be flexible, that's going to be able to roll with the punches whenever, no matter who's elected, no matter who's in power. And so to answer your question, that's how you plan around an election, plan for your estate.
I mean, you do have some control. Planning is all about control. Your control is you can vote.
Yeah.
Right?
We encourage voting.
So in elections, some of the issues are taxes,
right?
Social issues. Taxes and estate planning can have to do with inheritance tax, death tax, and capital gains tax. When you
or even income tax.
Or income tax, right? So we consider all those things because it could be distribution of assets that you've yet to pay income tax on to your children. So we consider all those when we're making a plan.
Right.
It could also, it includes all those things. And potentially, I know one of the candidates has come out with a statement that they might do away with 401ks, which is a huge deal and would be a huge departure. I wonder as an estate planning attorney how that might affect IRAs, and as well, if that means IRAs too, and how that's going to affect retirement and not being a tax haven for retirement. So, certain amount that's non-taxable to grow tax-free, until you retire. That would be a huge departure from our current system. If the estate tax, the death tax were to really change, that would be a huge departure from the very high death estate tax that there is right now.
Right. And we know that the death tax is going to change. We know that, more people are going to be subject to that in 2025 because it's built into, for that change to occur. The question is, what's going to happen maybe even before then, or when it does change, who all is going to be affected? And it could be at historic levels where, a lot of people end up, being subject to the death tax because, if what's happened in recent, months will tell us anything, right? We've spent a lot of money as a country. And, that money has to be gotten back somehow through taxes. And, we can raise taxes in a bunch of different ways, but one of the ones that, the government has had its eye on is the death tax. So that's a real possibility. So that's something else that we look to plan for whenever we're building an estate plan is, what's going to happen in the future with the change in the laws? Are we going to have things like 401ks around? Are we going to have things like IRAs? If we do, how are they going to be taxed, right? Because that could change as well. I mean, that's changed even recently with the Secure Act.
Well, I would say those are things that we all need to keep our eye on.
Right.
And we have some control over because we can vote. But we also we shouldn't live in fear of those things because we also have the ability to exercise our right to do legal estate planning, right? Legal planning and estate planning and elder law planning, regardless of the landscape. So regardless of the landscape, the attorneys at McIntyre Elder Law are going to be plugged into those changes.
Yeah.
We have our eye. We're watching those things for you. And
well,
we're going to provide go ahead.
So, this brings up a good question. You talk about not living in fear. Absolutely. I mean, we shouldn't live in fear at all. What would Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos do if the tax laws changed dramatically?
The super rich or the rich would not worry about it. They're not worried about it because what they're going to do is have their attorneys reposition assets and their financial planners reposition assets or redraft their legal planning to be in line with current laws. That's what they're going to do. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do that and make it affordable to you, to everyone, to be able to do that same type of planning under whatever legal landscape comes. That's why we're not advocating one political position over another in any way. This is a totally, nonpartisan view of whatever current legal landscape may be. And being a realist, we're going to say, here is the current landscape, and here is the best way to take advantage of that current landscape under the law.
That's right. And I feel like a lot of individuals, think, okay, well, we know the rich have attorneys they can get, they can plan, right? They can plan and pivot and strategize to, avoid getting, just taxed to death or things like that. But that resource is not just available for the rich. They just take advantage of it.
Agreed.
That's something everybody has. And we provide for all of our clients that same level of strategy to help them, plan for whatever their goals are.
Agreed. Well, at McIntyre Elder Law, we will always be here to help you. And thank you so much. This is our weekly Elder Law Report show. We're always talking about new and exciting to us legal and estate planning issues. Certainly, we have our eye on the election. We hope you do too. We hope everybody exercises their right to go out and vote, whatever political way that you choose, because that's your freedom in this country, and a great country it is. So we feel lucky every day to get up and tap dance to work and be able to serve you. If you want, we're offering free consults right now as our civic duty to the people. If you want to take advantage of that, to take a look at your family's legal estate plan, have any elder law issues, call us, 704-749-9244, or we've set it up so you can book your free consult right online. It's mcelderlaw.com. Go to mcelderlaw.com to book that free consult, and have a great day. Thank you very much. Thanks, Brenton. We'll see you next week with another exciting topic and legal issue. I believe we have an interview coming up next week with a real estate agent who does specifically senior. She's a senior certified. She has a senior certified designation as a real estate agent. So we'll talk about what that means and how real estate can affect seniors and selling it and all those issues. So tune in next week. See you, Brenton.
See you.